My name is Petrie, and I am making my first AuthorTube video. I'm going to do the AuthorTube Newbie Tag, and the first question is, how did you find out about AuthorTube? I searched for videos on revision when I finished my manuscript. I think that the first one I found was by Alexa Dunn, and I just went down the rabbit hole. What genres do you write in? So far, only fantasy. I particularly have a soft spot for portal fantasy. What is your preferred writing tense, point of view, and category of story? I enjoy writing in past tense. I've been working on a synopsis in present tense, and it is challenging. Point of view, I've been writing in third person. I think that first person could be fun, but I have been writing multiple POV manuscript, and that can be really confusing in first person, so I have avoided it thus far. Category of story, it's YA. I also love middle grade as well, so I would love to write middle grade too. Are you a plotter, pantser, or plantser? I have pantsed my work in progress completely, and it was amazingly fun. I like the term discovery writing as well, because I really did feel like I was just seeing how things unfolded, and I would definitely consider plotting in future, especially if doing NaNoWriMo, or more likely Camp Nano, where I don't have to set a 50,000 word goal, because that is scary. Are you self-published, published, or yet to be published? I am yet to be published. What publishing company, literary agent, and or printing company are you represented by or use if not yet published? What is your dream publishing house and or literary agent? I do not have a dream publishing house or literary agent. I would love to be represented by a reputable literary agent and published by ideally a major Big Five publisher, but I do not think that getting stuck on a very specific goal is going to help with achieving goals in general. What AuthorTube related videos can we expect to find on your channel? My favorites are process videos. They're often labeled how-to, but usually AuthorTubers are really clear. This is how I did it, and there are endless ways to do it. But it has been really wonderful to get ideas from seeing what other people do or how other people approach different aspects of the process, and being able to pick and choose which things I need right now, or which things I think will work best for, for my manuscript or for my personal process, or what step I'm on right now. And so I hope to do a bunch of that. I also have 3 kids, and so I expect I will have to do some videos about what it's like trying to accomplish any of these tasks, and parent as well. How to be a writer during nap time. So those are probably my top choices. When did you start writing? I don't remember. I was probably 3, and I do remember the first time I tried to make a book, and I did not understand how they went together, and I stapled it on 2 edges and could never open it again. What was the first story you ever wrote? In 2nd grade, I wrote a lot of little stories, about a paragraph about my rabbit. And in middle school, I started writing. I was obsessed with thrillers, Christopher Pike in particular. And so some friends and I got really excited about writing our own thrillers. And So that was probably the longest thing that I finished up to that point, and it was probably terrible, and I may still have it in a box somewhere. I don't think I really want to look at it. What authors have inspired your writing the most? So when I was 4, my father read me the Chronicles of Narnia, and I was too little to know fact from fantasy, and I've been looking for worlds and wardrobes ever since. So it's mostly for me what I find the most inspiring is portal fantasy, is the idea that even though we are in this world where everything is so mundane and we, just struggle with daily strife, and we think we know everything about how the world works, that there is this possibility that there is something beyond that, that you can find a way through and somehow realize that the world that you know is not everything, that there are unlimited possibilities. And so, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass, Harry Potter, and obviously the Chronicles of Narnia, anything that opens doors like that is just breathtaking for me. So those are the most inspiring. Do you schedule your writing sessions or simply get to writing whenever you can find the time? So writing for me is nap time or after 9:30 at night. So it kind of feels like a schedule, but it is whenever I have the time, as long as they do sleep, which sometimes they do. So right now they're sleeping. Do you type on a computer, typewriter, write everything out by hand, or use a blend of those? And where do you write in general? I actually hand wrote my first draft of my work in progress completely. I did all the notes and inspiration by hand, and I didn't realize that the story was about to start. I just kept writing, and then it started to be a story, and so I wrote out the whole thing, which turned out to be 76,000 words in the first draft, entirely by hand. And I would type it up after a chapter or 3, and at that point do just a tiny bit of smoothing out or filling in any placeholders, a tiny bit of editing. So by the time it was typed, it wasn't as rough a first draft. And where do I write in general? Wherever I can. The book started on the beach. I was at the beach, and I mostly write in a comfortable chair in my living room. And what are you most looking forward to now that you're a part of AuthorTube? I am most looking forward to community. I am most looking forward to comments and seeing whether I have offered something helpful or whether other people can contribute more to what I'm talking about and help other people who do bother to read the comments, and making connections with other AuthorTubers, and just trying to have a good time. And I will say what I'm not most looking forward to is the technical aspect of trying to figure out how to edit and upload and thumbnails and all of that. So wish me luck, and until next time, I am Petrie, and thank you for welcoming me to AuthorTube.